Foxfire software proudly presents Foxfire WMS Product Overview. Topics include receiving, creation of inventory, directed put away, picking, labeling, and shipment.
Okay, let's go ahead and switch gears now away from receiving on a UI base and go to the handheld, and let's do a little bit of RF receiving followed by some putaways, some inventory management. So let's go ahead and close this application, and it asks me for confirmation. I do. Now let's go ahead and bring up my handheld application. Okay, and if you notice within the handheld application, once again it's going to be task configurable versus a office configurable before. So let's go ahead and log into my application, and as with all these, you're going to need user IDs and passwords, and the amount of information and the amount of privileges you have is very much based upon the rights and privileges that you have. So hello Trent. So once it logs me on, and it loads up my privileges. Okay, so as we said before, we're going to do a little bit of receiving, so let's do some RF receiving. Let's go ahead and receive an LPN. We've gotten something back from manufacturers in a barcoded state, so let's receive an LPN. And receive one in. Alright, it tells me it's been received and it needs to be put away. So once again, this is very much a task-based versus the other one, which is a data mining or an office type. Let's go ahead and escape out of that. That was a good little example on a way to do RF receiving your supply chain. So now let's go ahead and do a little bit of material handling. You know, there's basically two types of put away. One is a self-directed and the other one is a system-directed. Material handle is a good example if we want to put away something and we know where it is. For example, you've got a pallet on the floor and you know where it's supposed to go and you don't want the system to direct you. So all we're going to do in this case is we're going to bring up the material handling application. We're going to move an LPN. And notice once again, for the look and the feel on the handheld is going to be much different than the office, where it's just going to give you the information you need to do your job. It's going to give you the LPN, information about the LPN, the SKUs, and if there actually is a zone, it's going to suggest it here, but this is just merely a suggestion. It's not actually directing you to that. And let's go ahead and put it away to that location. And the system will give you a message saying what's happened to it. Now if I wanted to go back to the office application, I could then see what the status of LPN ADC 8 actually is. So that was an example of a self-directed or material handle type of put away. And let's go ahead and do one of a system-directed type. So we go back to our main menu. Let's go to put away. And let's do an LPN put away. Okay, I scan my LPN. In this case, I'm actually going to tell it I've got 96 boxes or packages on this one. Or if I'd been doing pieces, it would ask for a number of units. And if you look on there, it once again, in this case, it's going to match because they're in the same zone, but it's going to give me a very, very directed or task type. It gives me the LPN, the SKU, if there's what the SKU information is, and the destination of where the system is. And if I had rights and privileges, I can also override this. Scan that location, and it's going to give me a status message saying that that one is now in that location. And that's a good example of a put away. Let's go and go back to my main menu. And the next step on the handheld would be seeing whether if I want to do some inquiries on some inventory to see what its status is. So I'll quickly just go to the inquiry menu, and let's do an LPN inquiry, and let's quickly inquire about the 2 LPNs that we just put away. So in this case, the first one, scan the LPN, and the system tells me there it is. It's in a status of put away, number of boxes, pieces in it, LPN, description of it, what the SKUs are, and a location for it. So once again, the system is very much directed. It merely gives you the information you need to do your task and to do your job in an efficient manner. And let's just do one more. So let's do the other one, that ADC 20 we also put away. I'm going to scan it, and once again also shows it now in a put away status. Status, number of boxes, as once before, it's 96. Number of pieces, your LPN, your SKU quantities, your SKU descriptions, what the product is, and your location. So that's an example of some inquiries within the WMS. Let's go ahead and skip back to the main menu.
We hope you've enjoyed today's presentation of Foxfire Software's WMS Overview. I'm Trent Keneally, Solutions Engineering. With questions, please call us at 864-868-5243 or email us at sales@foxfiresoftware.com. Thanks and have a good day.